Hey guys, it's Xid. On this episode of In the Lab, I thought I'd give you a tour of the lab. This was the studio where Cobress made pretty much 95% of the Neon Royale. So come on in, we'll check out the lab here. All right, here we are in the lab. So we have a few things that I like to work with. Have a mini PA always set up so I can do a mix where I know how it's going to sound on a PA or in a club. And to that end, the 1200 watt subwoofer. Sometimes I'll mix just onto the subwoofer and see what's happening with the kick or the bass, so I know how subwoofers will react in various venues. I got our amps here, real guitars and all that jazz. Cobress used this vocal booth. Got a mic, headphone amp, of course my buddy. And we have this thing, if you have a good take, we tell you ring the bell. So they say, all right, good take. That means you can exit the booth. You finally did what you needed to do. So for the Neon Royale album, we had 4 main keyboards. This is the Yamaha MX61. Of course, it's blue. This was for all of our pads, most of our lead synths, some of the drums, and a lot of the sound effects, extra cymbals, extra percussion. This is an older Yamaha MM6. This has the mini motif in it. We use this for a lot of pads and basses. Yamaha SY22. This was a gift from a friend. This sucker's 35 years old, and it's mostly a DX7 with some extra bells and whistles, and I hate the DX7. We'll talk about it another day. But this keyboard was featured on The Void, which is the last song to come out. I'll show you the effect that I use this keyboard for. It's like this one right here. Badass. Then we have your basic, your MIDI boards, your pianos. This is another 35-year-old synth. This is the CS012, and I use this for all the leads on our live show and a lot of leads on the album. Also featured on The Void. It's a killer keyboard. And if you want to see what it's going to sound like on big speakers, little speakers, so I got these guys. Studio monitors, all the things you need. But you can't do a home studio without a real preamp. So Scarlett 182i, this sucker is all the difference in the world. If you buy a $100 preamp, you're gonna sound like you recorded your vocals on a $100 preamp. So go the extra mile. So here we have our big screen for blind people like me. Our DAW, of course, I've told you before, is the Samplitude Pro X5. It's not for beginners, but it's one of the best ones out there. I highly recommend Samplitude. You can use whatever you want. And then got comfy chairs and an oriental rug. What else are you going to do? So that's the lab. This is where Cobress does its work.